and welcome to The Strike, Episode 1. I'm your host, Braden, and today we are going over some big stories. The first story that we're going to cover is the Francisco Lindor trade. We're also going to cover Tomoyuki Sugano, probably butchered his name, but that's alright, and as well as the moves from yesterday and Tuesday. So without further ado, let's get into it. First off, Francisco Lindor and Carlos Carrasco have been traded to the New York Mets in exchange for Ahmed Rosario, Andres Gimenez, and Isaiah Green and Josh Wolf. Both of those players are going to be very impactful players for the New York Mets, and I don't think the Indians really got much impact back in return. Ahmed Rosario had a decent year last year. Andres Gimenez has shown signs of being okay, but I feel like they could have gotten better prospects in this deal.
Lindor shoots it fair down the third base line. Ramirez can trot home and score.
Shortstops in all baseball, and this is going to be a major upgrade for the Mets, who are very set on trying to be competitive this year. And with Carlos Carrasco, this might put the Mets out on the Bauer sweepstakes, which would be
locked him up with a beautiful
off-speed pitch to that whole situation.
And he struck him out.
You add Carrasco to that already deep rotation. You add Lindor, who's a major upgrade for that lineup, over Ahmed Rosario, who's going to the Indians in this deal, of course. And the Mets are actually looking like a competitive team this year. The prospects that the Indians got back, and Isaiah Green and Josh Wolf, that's not really what I thought they would get back. I think it would have been wiser for them to sell Lindor and Carrasco separately, and I feel like they would have gotten more in return if they would have done that. But Isaiah Green shows the potential to be something at some point in time, and I don't really know how I feel about this for the Indians, but I feel like the Mets definitely won, and the Indians, it isn't looking great. The next thing is Tomoyuki Sugano, I think that's how it's pronounced. As I'm sure most of you are aware, today was his signing deadline, and he has not agreed to a deal as of me making this video, and reporters are starting to say that a return to Japan is likely. So Tomoyuki Sugano will not be in the big leagues this year. And next up, we will be discussing the moves from Tuesday. So Tuesday, Robbie Grossman signed a 2-year deal with the Detroit Tigers, and Blake Trinan re-signs with the Dodgers on a 2-year deal. Grossman's deal, 2 years at $10 million, is a pretty alright pickup for a Tigers team that definitely needed some veteran leadership. Trying to make that next step up to be more competitive. Blake Trinan was a key part of that Dodgers bullpen. Definitely a good pickup bringing him back on a 2-year deal for $17.5 million with a option for a third year worth $8 million and a $1.5 million buyout. The Dodgers, good deal for them. The Tigers, I don't really see this really affecting them in their winning time period, but it's a nice piece to help them continue to build up. And then the moves from yesterday, nothing really here that major. The Yankees traded for Greg Allen from the Padres, and the Reds trade with the Rangers to receive Art Warren. Obviously, you can tell I'm a Reds fan, but I don't really have much in the way of thoughts on that. I mean, Reds just traded him for cash, and uh, Allen to the Yankees, they traded him for a minor leaguer. It wasn't really a big name. Um, but yeah, that's all the news. Now we're going to talk about the Trevor Bauer free agency. It's it appears that according to Bauer, it is going to be basically there are several things he's considering. He says that he's going to make announcements within the coming days over those several things to see to tell the fans what he's really looking for in a team. His agent has said that he's considering offers from all over, but I personally believe that Bauer is going to end up signing probably with the Angels if I were a betting man. I was going to say the Mets, but after the Mets got Carrasco today, I'd say Bauer goes to the Angels for sure now. I just don't see the Mets having a spot for him at this point in their rotation that is already loaded. Um, George Springer, we'll bring up some rumors for him as well. Even after the trade today, it is still extremely likely that he gets traded. I mean, signs with the Mets. It's either the Mets or the Blue Jays, probably. And the Mets have proven with their trade today that they mean business and they want to get better and win that division. And it's a division that is pretty competitive. I think they're going to need Springer if they want to make the playoffs. I think they're close, but I don't think they're going to get there with the team they have now. But we'll wait and see. We shall wait and see. And that will conclude our first episode of The Strike podcast. Well, not podcast, talk show. That's what this is. Um, Leave a like if you enjoyed this, and I'll be breaking down the next rumors and news as it comes out. Um, I am your host of this show, Braden, and Ian, who is the head of this channel, will be making an appearance at some point. I don't know when, but I'm the baseball guy. He is the football and hockey guy, but he will also be involved in some of these baseball things. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.